one of the funniest things is, because I was watching some Fox News because, I like to get information from both sides. You know what I'm saying? They are trying to prep Donald Trump for the debate with Kamala Harris, right? And it's weird how they're talking about abortion and the reproductive rights as if nobody knows who Trump is. Or we're going to forget what he did during his administration, during his 4 years with packing the courts with, we got a whole list of names we can call them. And he's like, I don't know. This is what the people want. Like this is what they wanted. So I gave them what they want. Like, no, that's not what happened. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and watch this clip and let's have that conversation.
He was the failed campaign manager of 2016 Hillary Clinton. It didn't quite work out, but he had some interesting advice.
Something that would be troubling for me if I was on Trump's team is I think he's doing, frankly, what a lot of candidates want to do and like to do, which is sit around and kind of talk it out. But you can't do proper debate prep that way. And I think that's why you tend to think Harris is going to spend a lot of time on women's reproductive health policy. And I think there are some really important moments she's going to be able to have around abortion rights, birth control, IVF. And if Trump's not rehearsing those responses in the right way, I think they're going to be pretty weak.
So, Brian, first of all,
okay, no. First off, my advice would be you need to stand on your business. If you're pro-life and you believe no abortion should ever happen, then stand on that. Don't try to sit here and devise talking points to where you're not going to answer the question, but you're going to dog whistle to your base hey, I don't give a fuck about abortion, but no, don't do that. Stand on your business, be like, hey, I said what I said, I did what I did. But we're going to watch them talk and be like, no, you need to not answer the question, but you got to be come on, man. Can we be better than that?
Of his boss, Hillary Clinton. Then Donald Trump went and ended the 50-year career of Joe Biden, all on a political debate stage. So keep that in mind. But the part that's interesting to me is the part where he says Kamala Harris is rehearsing all of these lines about so-called reproductive rights. That is where Trump needs to zone in. I would sit down with Marco Rubio. He has all of these plans, Providing for Life Act, lowering the cost of childcare, and so on and so forth. Sit down with him, nail her on that, because now we know her playbook.
The other thing I'm thinking, Kayleigh, is how to parry away from that. So it's not going to be to his behest outside the pro-life community. Can you take that question, reproductive rights, and say, yeah, that's important, let the states decide, but let me tell you what else is important, and go that direction without being accused of ducking it?
So exactly what you said, but then the line out.
Okay. I hate the phrase, and let the states decide. Wait, I could have sworn. Hold on, maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm not getting something. Okay, so help me with this. Okay, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I need you to understand. Okay, why are we letting the states decide if we're having voters vote? I'm not voting to let the state decide anything. If a woman wants to have an abortion for whatever reason, and we can get into the nitty gritty of the stats, but if a woman wants to have an abortion, it should be her decision, right? Not the state. Did the state knock her up? Is the state paying the bills? Is the state going to co-parent? No, don't think so, because they already don't want to take care of people. So why are we letting the states decide if the American people should be the one deciding? You know what I'm saying? And it's not something that, if majority Americans say, abortion is illegal and is banned, then, the other portion of Americans have to be like, all right, that's just what we have to do. It should be according to the individual. Right? I mean, isn't that fair? Like if I believe in a spaghetti monster and I get majority of Americans to believe in the spaghetti monster, and that's going to be the national religion of America, is every other religion going to just be like, all right, well, I mean, hey, 60% of Americans voted for that, so I guess we're going to have to convert, right? No, that's not going to happen. So why are we acting like, let the states decide that's the best thing that needs? No, it should be on an individual basis. Come on.
After that is, do you really have a choice if you do not have the economic security to make a choice? Most women want to keep their child. Here's how I'm going to give women a true choice by economic. But then the line
that direction without being accused of ducking it.
So exactly what you said, but then the line after that is, do you really have a choice if you do not have the economic security to make a choice? Most women want to keep their child, and here's how I'm going to give women a true choice by empowering them economically, lowering the cost of childcare, maternal health care. Marco Rubio has a 10-point.
Okay. Now you're not lying. I've always said that. Hey, a lot of reason, and I'm not a woman. I haven't spoken to every woman in the world, but I'm just trying to put myself in their shoes and be like, why would I not want to take care of a child? And 9 times out of 10, it's going to be economics. They don't have the money. They don't have the resources. They don't have just the financial backing to do that. They don't have the opportunity, the house, jobs, stable living conditions. But what did Trump do to at least try to remedy some of those circumstances? Like, I'm pretty sure whoever she is, she knows Trump and what he's done or hasn't done, or the lack of. What did he do? First off, they don't even think women should be working. They should just be laying on their back, pushing out babies. So let's not pretend like he believes that, women should be in a financial situation to where they can take care of theirs and her. Like, no. Okay, you missed me with that. But let's just pretend like they do believe that. What did Trump do about raising the minimum wage? Do you think he really supports businesses paying more money? Free healthcare. A lot of Americans, like 60-ish% of Americans, since the last time I checked, were drowning in medical debts. He did something in the sense of, making sure that, what they're charging is public, but who cares? People are still kind of in debt, even with the college debt. He was like, the Republicans fought that tooth and nail, and that's a major part of why people feel like they can't start families. Do you think Trump is going to rectify student debt? Don't think so. Daycare, like she said, what did Trump do to rectify that situation? Don't worry, I'll wait. I ain't got nothing to do today. Housing costs. I mean, the last time I checked, because I've been living in America my whole life, you know what I'm saying? Like, rent is only going higher under Biden, under Trump, under Bush, under Obama. Like, what are you talking about? Why are we acting like the Republicans is the party of raising the minimum wage, free health care, assisting child care, housing, education? Why are we pretending? Why do they really think people are stupid enough to believe Republicans are going to deliver in any fashion that I just stated? And if you believe that, you're an idiot. You're stupid, or you're lying to yourself. One of the two.
Plan, sit down with that man.
You know what's so interesting is because you look at surrogates, instead of just saying, how is it on television, they're giving clues to what's going on behind the scenes.
Absolutely.
And hopefully the Trump people are doing that.
Yes.
Next.
Yes. So next up, this is interesting when even the CNN host cannot stifle her laughter when she hears the Kamala Harris talking points. Watch.
Let's go ahead and watch this.
These working class voters are telling us right now that more of them are with Donald Trump than Kamala Harris. Why? What is it about what you guys have been doing for the last 3+ years that explains that?
We don't have time to sit around and think about why over the last few years certain things may have happened or may not have happened. We've got to go win an election. And the vice president's doing that by talking about her economic vision. And it's really different. It's really different. It's a new way forward, not only for the Democratic Party, but for
It's
the
really
country.
different.
That says-
Okay, can you tell me what is really different? I got the capital gains rate, but what else on the list makes it really different from what was going on the past few years?
Sure, she wants to take into effect the first national law to take on corporate price gouging. She's talking about holding bad corporate actors accountable for their role in taking up prices on people at the grocery store.
Brian, so he doesn't want to talk about the last 3 years, but Kamala.
Okay, whoa. Why are they, and this is their strategy. This is what I feel is their strategy, is to lump, clump, dump Joe Biden with Kamala Harris. But like, hey, if you didn't like Biden, you're not going to like Harris. You know what I'm saying? And my only critique to that is, if you make promises and I vote for you, I better see something. Obama is not Joe Biden. Joe Biden is not Kamala Harris, yada, yada, yada. If she's running on her own platform as, you know, the presidential nominee, she's not no vice president, because as vice president, you got to roll with whoever you're serving under. You can't fight that. I mean, you shouldn't. You're just going to look kind of stupid. But this is her opportunity to tell us what she wants to give to the American people. They're too concerned because what he just said sounds pretty good. Like, that's exactly the issue, is all these companies is price gouging the hell out of everybody. When it comes to the price of water to rent and everything in between. So it's like, if she says she wants to do that and it sounds good, we got to give her the opportunity to implement these changes and then go on from there. And if she does it, then we can have this conversation, say, hey, she said X, Y, and Z, and she didn't do none of that. But this whole like, look what he said. He said price gouging, but what did Biden do? Like, but she wasn't president. I mean, we need to be honest, and we need to make sure that we have the information to give people when you hear ignorant stuff like this. When it comes to Trump and whatever he decides to say from here on out, and because I know, you know, he knows and understands that the whole abortion conversation, he's going to lose 9 times out of 10. He knows that. His party knows that. And that's probably why he, 90% of the reason why he lost the last election. So we can't be naive enough to believe that he's going to play a different song. He's going to have some sort of change of heart. No. They just got an election to win. So they're willing to say whatever, whenever, however, to whoever to win that. You know what I'm saying? So that's Fox News for you. That's the Fox News for you. So, but if I'm wrong, if you guys feel like anything that I said when it comes to Trump and the Republican Party and their position on essentially anything, because I think everything they're saying is a lie or just to benefit themselves and the rich, let me know in the comments. If you have any issue with anything that I said, let's have that intellectual conversation. And I said intellectual, not no stupid arguments, because I'm just going to laugh at you. That's all I'm gonna do. So, but once again, thank you for watching Power to the Pod, where, you know, the power goes to you, power to me, power to the people, power to the pod. Man, I like that slogan. It's not corny to me.